Hey everyone, Michelle Freire here, Member of Parliament for Peterborough Kawartha. Parliament Hill, very snowy day. Hope you're staying safe out there. So I just came from a committee meeting, and so for those of you who've been following, committee is where we study questions and we try to dig into problems to solve them, to figure out what it is. And so we're doing obviously a study on housing. There's a housing crisis in this country, despite the housing minister, the Liberal housing minister, denying that there isn't. And so we're doing a study in HUMA, that's the name of the committee, Human Resources. And today we interviewed CMHC. So CMHC, for anyone who knows, this is Canada Mortgage Housing Corporation. They're responsible for most of the programming in terms of getting housing out. They're also overseeing the national housing strategy, which the Liberals have said is a raging success, right? This is what they love to tell you. And the reality is like last night, this happens to me every day. People come to me, and I mean, that's our job, right? We're elected officials. People come to you and they tell you what's happening in their life. But there is this overwhelming fear and sadness of parents I speak to about the future of their children. They genuinely do not think their children are ever going to be able to afford a home. They don't know what they're going to do. They don't have the house space in their current house. Is everybody just supposed to live together? Nobody can afford a home. 9 out of 10 Canadians, young people, said they've given up the dream of home ownership. So today we had CMHC to ask them questions about like what is going on, because we hear this over and over again. People cannot access the money that is there, and it just, projects go there to die, basically. And one of the major problems, and this came out of a Parliamentary Budget Officer's report as of yesterday, so this is a report, it's called the PBO, Parliamentary Budget Officer, and they said there is no definition, standardized definition of affordability. This is a huge problem. So right now you hear people and they say affordable housing. Do you know what affordable housing is right now based on the definition? 30% of your income or 80% of fair market value. That is what is defined as affordable housing. Now, you know, with the cost of inflation, the cost of living, that is absolutely unattainable. That is a terrible definition, and that is a terrible standard. No wonder people cannot afford housing. Affordable housing is not affordable. Like with the average house being over $600,000, sometimes $800,000, how are you supposed to be able to afford that? So this comes back to the minister, and this comes back to having political will to change the definition right now. Listen, we have an affordability crisis. There's no, turn on the news for 5 seconds. People can't afford to live. People are claiming insolvency. People are losing their houses. People are sleeping in cars. Students are living in homeless shelters. And you know, people will say, oh, Michelle, you're rage farming. No, I'm not rage farming. I'm telling you the facts of what is happening in our country. And there is people in that building who were elected, who are running this country, the Liberals, who can fix it right now. They could change the definition. And it would change all of the eligibility criteria so that you can get more houses built. This is a major problem. This definition of affordable housing, people will hear in their community, my community, Peterborough, oh, we have affordable housing units going up. That's not low-income people. That's not geared to rent, income rent. That's not the people who are most vulnerable. Why do you think we have a homeless crisis? Why do you think we have people sleeping in tents in this type of weather, dying and freezing to death? Because there's no standard definition of affordability. A simple solution that would change the application process. So listen, you got to share this video. You got to start talking about this stuff. And I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. This is stuff that can change right now. If people do not have housing, they can't do anything else. They can't show up for work. They can't take care of their kids. You need a house. You need whatever that house looks like to you. You need somewhere to close your door, feel safe, and be safe. That's the reality of what we're dealing with. So thank you for watching. Keep sharing, keep talking, and get the facts. That's what we need to be sharing right now. The facts of what is actually happening here. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe.